Morning, everybody. Wow, last night's show was awesome. For Beta, I can't complain. We had a long hauler who was amazing. Dr. Marjorie was amazing. The night before, I had on Shelby Hedgecott. She's amazing. I am very humbled to say thank you to everybody who is supporting the show, who is a part of the ride. I got so many amazing friends, Omar, Shady, Mojo. I have so many amazing friends in Fort Myers that are going through a lot right now. Hell, I got friends all over the country that are going through it. And, I say we all have 99 problems and COVID seems to be number one. And I mean that. It doesn't mean that you might have it or you're affected by it, but the family or your life it's affecting everybody. We can agree upon that. So in the morning we're doing this, little coffee sessions just to say thank you to everyone. There's more and more stuff daily coming out on the news, which is good, covering long haulers. We're going to do a segment on Wednesdays during the show in the podcast where we'll be talking about movies. It's been a huge part of my life. It's been a huge... I think we all understand what Netflix and chill means. To me, it's relaxation and clearing the mind out and trying to stay positive. And during these times, we're very fortunate to have a ton of content out there to help us get through this. With the help of Shady and Mojo, we created the Dan the Messenger show to help solve issues. That's it. Too many people were complaining. Let's try fixing these problems. Good morning, Brandon Head. Instead of telling us everything that's wrong, let's try to figure out what we can do right. Let's really, really start rowing in the same direction together. It's never going to be easy. This is now a new post-COVID world. It just is. People like me, we call ourselves long haulers, and there's a ton of medical issues to go along with this. None of us wishes this on anybody. We pray that we get through this. How's it going, Samuel? We pray we all get through this, right? No one wants to see anybody fall down or get hurt or suffer. I think we can all agree upon that. I think we can all be more compassionate, just decent human beings to each other. Good morning, Dr. Marjorie. Well, you were up early, girl. No, thank you for last night. Seriously, that was amazing, and we'll get it up on the website here soon. I promise you. And Dr. Marjorie, reach out to others, please. And remember what we're going to do next week, Dr. Marjorie. Remember what we're going to do next Wednesday. We're going to talk about a movie, right? It's going to be called The Dallas Buyers Club. So on Wednesdays, on Hump Day, oh, you're giving us so much love. You're warming my heart. We're going to be doing a weekly thing on Wednesdays where long haulers can get together and talk and share a movie that we all can relate to. And it doesn't just have to be long haulers. Believe me, I'm going to be sharing my story with movies that I watched when I was at my worst, when I had to learn how to walk and talk again, when I was stuck and thinking, how can I get through today? How can I make it one more day? And I'm dealing with a brain injury, and I'm dealing with all these things, but I somehow managed to do it. And it was by the grace of God that kept me here. And if it wasn't for people like Steve Harvey and Denzel Washington, and good Lord, it's going to be endless. It's all going to be on our podcast. It's all going to be about positivity and rowing in the same direction and trying to get people to understand that the virus is real. You have to be safe. You have to have a good offense for this, which means a good defense. And that means taking care of your family. That means getting fresh foods, cooking fresh foods, taking your vitamins, being kind to each other, de-stressing your brain out. That's why I got people like Jessica Stanchfield who's going to be the yogi on the show. And I got my trainer, Derek Newborn. We're going to try to help us get through these next 12 months because we know it's not right. We know our spidey senses are going off. We know that something's going down. And Dr. Marjorie, she's from Atlanta. She'll tell you Atlanta's burning. It's no fun, and I know she's proud of where she's from. I have friends out in LA. I was there. It's burning, but we're going to get through this. This is a shift. People like Dr. Marjorie and I and Shelby and all the long haulers, we don't wish this on anybody. That's not our goal. We're not trying to scare anybody. We're not trying to do anything except share. Sharing is caring. And having a positive attitude through this is what gets us through it. Dr. Marjorie, can I bring you on for a minute? Dr. Marjorie, you want to come on for a minute? We'll try this. I'll see if you ask. I'm seeing if she'll come on. I don't know, but she's such a sweetheart, and she is a doctor. She has a doctorate in her field. She went to school for 9 years. She's a very intelligent person. She's older and she's been suffering. Okay. It just shows that your thing's on. But her story's going to be on hopeforhumanity2020.org. We'll be putting up here today. We've been working on the website. It's still in beta, so when you go to it, don't think that's the website. It's just us getting it right, and it's a lot of work. Mojo and Shady and everybody behind the scenes, Omar and Lex, they've been working nonstop to help get this done right. And because of my brain injury, there's only so much I can do anymore. It's almost like if I was a painter, I can't paint. And you got to understand how frustrating that is for me, because it's like an artist who couldn't sing. I lost my voice. I can't operate like I did before my accident. And then the COVID and the corona doesn't help. So I'm trying, guys. If it was a Dan Rudy before the accident, I could have had all this stuff done in a week. But it's really, really hard. And so I have PTSD from the accident. I have issues, just like you. But I'm trying to be positive every day because I'm thankful. And Dr. Marjorie will tell you, we're both thankful daily that we had another 24 hours, that we can see our friends, that we can enjoy what we're trying to live. Morning, Shady. Hey, do you want to come on, Shady? You want to come on for a minute? I'll try you, see if you come on. We'll try. It's an open format. It's always beta.
Man, you got me up way too early.
Hey, listen, I didn't get you up.
No,
You were there. Don't blame that on me.
you got my ass up way too early.
Hey, let's try to be. So everybody knows Shady Spencer. We've talked already. He's my business partner. He's a producer on the show. Very talented guy, very connected. We got a lot of amazing things coming up. Am I lying?
No, there's a lot going on. God, it's so much like my head spins when we start talking. It's like we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this. I'm like, oh my God, man, my head is like going like 100 miles an hour, just trying to keep up with you.
But I mean, it's all legit. You know me. This isn't.
Yeah.
This is all like we've got the connections between you, me, Mojo, all of our friends. How many radio stations do you think we're connected to? Just radio stations.
Just radio stations alone, easily 100, 150 radio stations.
Okay.
Just
So
that we have.
good morning, Mel. She's our right hand. Like, if it wasn't for Mel, we wouldn't be wrangled together. She's been such a big help to us. And Dr. Marjorie, did you get to see the show last night? Because I know you're busy. I know you're doing your stuff. Did you get to see any of it last night with her?
No, I didn't finish watching it. I started watching some of it, and then my kids running around and everything else, and so yeah, life gets you distracted sometimes, and man, it's like I said, everything goes
Oh,
100 miles.
absolutely. We know this. I mean, we all got 99 problems right now. If not, we probably got 199 problems, like times that by 10. But we all have this number one issue of COVID right now. It is affecting us. Doesn't mean you're sick with it. It can mean a family member. It can cost you, it can be your job having issues. You know what I mean? Like, we're all going through it. Am I wrong? Doesn't matter. It's affecting us one way or the other. And we're all Americans. And that song, what'd you think about Pitbull's song?
The Pitbull song is it's almost like it's the COVID anthem. That's kind of what it is.
And how awesome was that for Omar to share that with us and like give us the,
Yeah.
he's like, here.
Omar knows a lot of people. He's, I mean, that's what we've all been doing, radio for 20, 25 years. And over the years, we've each kind of gotten our own little group of contacts that, we're super close with. And, with Omar being down in Miami, he's in the epicenter of, music and also the epicenter of COVID right now. But so I mean, what better person to have part of everything that you're trying to do and that we're trying to make done, trying to get done. I mean, Omar's a huge staple.
Well, Omar's been busy himself, right?
Oh yeah, Omar's busy. I haven't had a chance to talk to Omar, like sit down and have like a one-on-one with him probably in about, I don't know, 6 7 months. So yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, he kind of, I can't say anything. I can't, but he told me
Yeah.
some stuff, and I can't wait. I'm excited for him because we're all brothers, man. So some people don't understand this. Yesterday, I had an issue, and I posted some stuff, and the Dan Rudy before the accident wouldn't have posted what I posted. Not in a bad way. I was trying to raise money for the charity, but my brain wasn't thinking properly, and the way I did it would not be a way I normally would have marketed myself or our product or our website and our charity. And Lex hit me up immediately like, dude, I'm like, I promise you, man, I'm trying, and you know how I'm working,
Yeah.
and there's only so much that I can do with my brain, and thank God I have you guys and Mel, especially to help keep us on the same page so we can get this done faster. Because Mojo will tell you, we're doing this in light speed. Like if we were in Star Wars, we were in the Millennium Falcon, we're beating it, going, come on, you piece
Uh,
of crap, and boom, it goes. But we're getting there. And
yeah.
and and I most people don't understand your background. Yeah, you've been in radio. Yes, you're a talent, but you produce stations, multiple stations. You're
Yeah.
not just the one trick pony. You're not just talent. You are a very connected individual. We're just in beta right now with this. These little morning talks are just me kind of shooting the crap and letting long haulers know there are people like me out there that is a long hauler that is standing up. We're the Avengers right now. I don't know what you are, but I feel like I'm Tony Stark and I'm trying to get all my Avenger buddies together so we can help stand up. And Pitbull, I think he lit a fire underneath my ass last night by hearing that song. I'm like, yeah, every morning I get up and I pray. I say, God, thank you for another day. And long haulers, that's how they feel. That's how they truly feel because they know it's not an easy day. But I can complain about everything else all day long. Does that help? Would that help anything?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, we're working on solutions to problems, and I'm so proud of the team that we have. I really am. Like, I told you the bamboo story, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So when people see this in a few weeks when we go into alpha and we launch the podcast and where we launched it at and everything's going to happen, they shouldn't be surprised because we are working nonstop in the background to get this done. And it's a lot of work. It's not just, oh, we're throwing something together. It's
Yeah.
work. And that's
Not.
why, when we're talking about alpha, we're still in beta. We're learning how to walk again, right? It's like even though that we've been friends for years, we haven't talked a lot. Mojo, and we're getting back together. And when you first start as a band, when you get back together, it's not like you can play the song the same you did 20 years ago.
Right.
Even though you still do radio, even though he's running his morning shows right now, we're working it out. So last night to me was gold because Dr. Marjorie is such a sweetheart. She's so committed to this. And we have a meeting with somebody here in a little bit. We got a meeting with. So
Yeah.
that'll be a quick little meeting, not too much, but it's business. And I can't wait till the product comes out, like really comes out. And I'm so proud. Aren't you gonna be taking a trip here soon?
I don't know. Are we taking a trip here soon?
I mean, I'm talking about, you were talking about your passion, your why. You like riding, right?
Yeah. I love riding motorcycles. It was about 3 years ago. You know, you hit 39, 40 years old, and what happens? You have that midlife crisis, I guess. And so, what do most guys do? They usually buy a sports car or a motorcycle. So that's what I did. I bought a motorcycle, and I went out and got a Harley, and didn't really know how to ride, but I had a great group of guys that were in a motorcycle club, and they They're like, we'll teach you how to ride. I mean, that's it. I mean, you seem like a solid guy, and we want you to be part of our club. So we're gonna teach you to ride. And so every week, every weekend, one of the guys that was in the club would just say, just bring the bike over, and we're gonna go 20 miles an hour, and we're gonna go through this neighborhood. You're gonna learn how to turn right. You're gonna learn how to turn left. You're gonna learn how to stop. You're gonna learn how to shift. I mean, they taught me everything I needed to know. And 3 years later, I'm not like I couldn't like I'm not a master rider, but I went through the safety courses. I did everything that I needed to do to get my license and all that. And now I'm part of a motorcycle club. That's nationwide. Well, I'll talk about that more on my podcast that I'm developing. I'm developing the podcast segment that's going to be a couple hours every week. That's Bike Lives Matter, and gonna have a lot of special guests. Guys that are in my club, guys that are in some other clubs, guys that work for Harley, for Indian. Just that's a passion of mine. And so, like you were saying, is yeah. So I'm gonna be taking a little ride on my bike down to Florida, and making some stops along the way.
You're gonna ride your wait, hold on, where are you riding from?
I'm in Lexington, Kentucky. So
All
I
right.
mean, that's what. Let's see, to get to Fort Myers. What's that like?
Well,
Eight
I live in
hours?
Sarasota. I live in Sarasota, so you don't need
Oh,
to drive an extra 2 hours.
all
But
right. Knock an hour and a half off there. So
I think
yeah, but it's still going to be about a good 18 hours of nonstop riding. But I'm not going to obviously I'm not going to ride for 18 hours nonstop. So yeah, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
and you're gonna be checking in at some of your brother's clubhouses and whatnot. Is that what you're telling me? Like,
Yeah, so I mean, our nation, we've got a lot of clubhouses all over, in Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, Florida. We've got clubhouses all over the country.
hey,
So
did you see Mel? What she just said? It said it's raining season. You crazy?
oh, it doesn't matter. It's like when you're in the army. Yeah, there's my army tattoo. But when you're in the army, if it ain't raining, you ain't. If it's raining, you training. It's kind of the same. Like just because a little rain comes up, yeah. So you know what? I bought some rain gear. So if I get a little wet, no big deal. I'll put my full face helmet on, and that way my face stays dry. But yeah, I mean that's part of riding a motorcycle. Yeah, it rains, especially in Florida. It rains every single day. So you're gonna get wet. Doesn't matter.
Right. So I have a producer idea here just popped in my head for the show
Yeah.
because you're a co-producer on the show and the network and everything else. When you ride down here, why don't we try to get people to sponsor your ride to raise money for the charity?
Yeah. I mean that's all gonna be in the works. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
you know,
There's Harley shop in damn near every big town you can think of. So there's got to be what between here in Lexington and Sarasota. There's got to be 30 different Harley shops that I can stop at. And there's a lot of people who do that. They ride their bikes all around the country. And they try and stop at every single Harley shop they can, and they get those poker chips,
okay.
from all the different ones. So there's people who try to collect those like all over the country. So that's kind of cool. I mean, I'm not a collector, so that's not really something I would do. But it wouldn't be that hard to make a few stops at some of the different Harley shops, go in, check the place out, talk to some people there, let them know what I'm doing, and just kind of help spread the word of Hope for Humanity as well.
Yeah, I ride. I haven't ridden in years, but I grew up with bikes, so it was secondhand nature to me. And I'd really like to check out that new Harley electric E Harley. What's it called? Do you know the name
Uh,
of it?
I don't know. I'm not into the electric ones. I know you've got like a passion for that. Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
I,
maybe I could do. Maybe I
I don't.
could.
I haven't really seen one.
Well,
So
Livewire. It's called the Livewire. Yes.
live bar, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I haven't really seen one in person, so I don't know what they sound like. But Harley has that very distinctive sound. Like you can hear it a half mile down the road, and I'm doing that too. I'll sit outside on the patio, and I'm like, oh, motorcycle, I hear it. It's like my ADD kicks in. It's like, oh, squirrel. But for me, it's motorcycles. And my girlfriend, she makes fun of me all the time. We're sitting out on her patio, and she lives right by a busy highway, and a lot of bikes go up and down this road all the time. And so I'm sitting out there, maybe having a cigarette, drinking drink, and all of a sudden it's like we're in the middle of a conversation. There goes a motorcycle, and I'm just like, huh? What were we talking about? So yeah, I'm
So,
just curious how
so
this electric bike is gonna sound. Is it gonna have that same distinct Harley sound that's trademarked?
oh no, no. So I'm just saying, like, I'd like to check one out. Period. I mean, it doesn't mean. But we were talking about meeting in northern Florida, maybe riding down together. So it doesn't have to be that. It can be whatever. And we have some, in Fort Myers, we have a lot of friends that are in biker groups.
Oh yeah,
And,
yep.
we got Paul Modondo. I'm sorry, I can remember all the names, but we got an Orlando connection. We got Daniel Webb. He's got some bikes. I'm sure we can wrangle the gang back up. Our gang, like back in the day for Fort Myers, and make it special because you guys haven't been together on the show together, like physically together, in how long? You and
Uh,
Mojo.
like sitting in the same studio, it's been probably 8 years, somewhere around there.
So that's a big deal, right? I mean, it's like we're going full throttle with this, and that's part of your whole thing. Maybe we can, I look forward to being a part of some of these other podcasts, just on the back end side of it, because I like that.
Yeah,
Because we are all dealing with judging a book by its cover these
sure.
days.
Yeah, no, it's true.
and and you have an agenda that you want to show what your passion's about, what your why's about, right?
Yeah,
Toys for Tots every year. Guess who is one of the biggest contributors to Toys for Tots? Come on, we know this.
yeah.
Um, Same thing for me with the charity. Like, I'm a long hauler. I'm a survivor. I'm legit. I'm suffering. I'm getting through this, but I'm not bitching. I'm telling you this because you need to understand, not you, but the general audience. If you don't know anybody who's been suffering this